Hi guys, it's Clinton D'Souza and I'm back with another edition of Sports Encounter with me, Clinton D'Souza. Today I'll be speaking to some of the world champions in the field of karate. I'll be speaking to Sensei Joseph Rodriguez, who is the General Secretary of the Traditional Karate Association of Goa, and also he'll be showing us some moves and some karate techniques and what is karate actually. He also has some of his team members who will be joining us in this special broadcast. So I have with me Mr. Sensei Joseph Rodriguez. So
Hi.
welcome to Goa 365.
Good evening.
Yes. So tell me one thing, what is karate?
Well, karate is a martial art. It's practiced internationally. Karate originated in Japan and now, of course, is done worldwide. It has also been recently included in the Olympics, as a result of which in this 2020, so we were supposed to have the Olympics this year, karate was supposed to be a part of it, but however, they have postponed it, but karate is going to be part of it.
Coming back to karate, how is it difficult to bring out people, the youngsters or even the elders into karate?
It's not very difficult actually. We have a lot of children who are there practicing karate. But my thing is that when I started karate, there were no children in karate because karate was a strong sport. Today, karate has become a sport rather than a martial artist. And what happens today is that since it's a sport, it has become almost injury-free. In my days when I started learning karate, I'm talking of 41 years ago, at that time, karate was a martial art. We were allowed to hit. Of course, we had to control for face and throat attacks, but body we were allowed to hit. Today, whether it's body or it's anything, we are not allowed to hit. Today the technique has to be controlled. In fact, if it is not controlled, you get penalized. So today, even if I have to do a body technique or a face technique, I have to retract and pull back my technique before it makes full impact. So previously, our technique used to be like inside. Today, the technique goes touch and out. So that's the way it has changed over the years. So as a result, we don't have injuries today. Very few injuries. Apart from that, we have compulsory guards that we use in tournaments. You have to wear protective gloves. You have to wear protective shin pads and a chest guard. That is compulsory. Without that, we do not allow you to take part. So karate is a very safe sport today. Although it's a martial art, it's a very safe sport. In Goa, we started karate almost 41 years ago. I started karate 41 years ago, which was, at that time, there was only one class in the whole of Goa at Don Bosco School. And of course, it has changed today. We have dojos and classes running all over Goa. In fact, the TKAG, this is the Traditional Karate Association of Goa. I'm the General Secretary of the association, and the national body had entrusted me with developing karate in Goa. Today we have a very able administrator, Sensei Suraj Kakulo, who is the president of the association, and he's doing a fantastic job of taking our association to greater heights. Not only that, in 2017 we also organized the national championships in Goa, all-style body, as well as we continuously have lots of activities happening in Goa, even with the national body. So karate in Goa is on the rise. But my thing is about, I'm looking that adults should come into karate, because children are children. You can teach children karate, you can teach them the moves, but the inner feeling of karate, the inner part of karate, which is the more important part, how to use the body, in what way to use the body, how you can make a very strong technique a soft one, all these inner things come only through understanding, and that is where adults need to make sure that they come into karate, because they will understand better. Moreover, karate keeps you fit. I'm looking at, from the children's perspective, there are three important things that happen. One is, of course, they develop physical as well as mental strength. Why I say mental strength is because of the levels of concentration we have when we are training. So while training for that long, if you have to be concentrated right throughout, it of course betters your. In fact, if you look at 90% of our senior students are all distinction or first class students. 90%. I can say even 90% or more. And from my dojo, at Dojo de Goa at Kakulamall, we have many national championships. National champions from amongst the kids. In the last WTSKF national championships, we took the team championships. We won in both the categories, ladies as gents, as well as in the state championships. My dojos were the state champions for 2019. In fact, of the 8 categories of team events, we won 6 of the team events.
Congratulations.
Again, I'm going back to this thing. We not only teach them that it helps them develop their personality. We teach them to become leaders, because once they develop their karate, then we make them take the classes. They help out in teaching as well. So they get that self-confidence to go out and do things to become leaders. So that itself, also in karate we have a lot of self-respect. So even when we are sparring, even when we are fighting, no matter who wins or who loses, we always bow to each other before and after the fight as a sign of respect and mutual respect. So we teach karatekas the respect. When you enter the class, you bow. When you go out of the class, you bow. These are signs of respect and dedication to the dojo where you practice, as well as to your senior instructors.
So in Goa at the moment, as you are giving training and teaching karate, how many students do you have?
I've got probably, if you take all my classes together, I've got more than 350 students training under me across Goa. And if you look at the total strength in Goa, we have more than 2,000 registered karate kids. There are a lot of more unregistered ones. Of course, that is something that you need to know, that as with many sports, there are those who are recognized and those who are not recognized, right? So if you look at the structure, there is the World Karate Federation, under which there is the Asian Karate Federation, and there is the Karate Association of India, which is the representative body for the World Federation as well as the Asian body. Under the Karate Association of India, each state and some other armed forces as well as non-state members are also there. So we have around 31 or so members of the Karate Association of India. We, as the Traditional Karate Association of Goa, are the representatives for Goa. In fact, most of the instructors training in Goa are affiliated, except a couple of them. It is important to understand that if your child or if you want to learn karate, it's better to go through an organization that is recognized not only by the national body and the world body, but also by, in Goa, we are recognized by the Sports Authority of Goa. So Traditional Karate Association of Goa is the only association in Goa which is recognized by the Sports Authority of Goa. So anybody automatically who is registered with our association is recognized to represent Goa at a national level or a state level. Right? I'm moving forward. Oisuki. Moving forward, straight punch. H. Knee. Here. Moving backwards, Gedan button. H. Knee. Here. Moving forward, Jodan Suki. H. Knee. Here. Moving back, Agil. H. Knee. Here. Moving forward, Jodan Suki. H. Knee. Here. Moving back, Soto. H. Knee. Yo. Okay, the same basics that we did just now, the middle punch, the upper punch, and the 3 blocks. We're going to use those in attack and defense techniques. Hey! Yeah! Joe, that's okay. I'll be okay, this one. Back. Change. Like that. Hey! Children's sort gaps. Also to be in right? Back. Get it right? Hey! And mind step with your right leg up, get under the hands. Get under the motion. Touch. Right? Go. Okay, back to the same basics. Go to the right leg back single together. And moving forward, Joe, that's okay. Nick. Here. Moving back, so that you should go. Nick. Moving forward, mind need to hold on. Moving forward, moving back, and back again. Moving forward, yoke will keep going, right? Then go to yoke will keep going. Moving back, so do keep going. Come on. Moving forward, Jordan, Mama Shigiri. Moving forward, Taiwan kick. Yes. Touch. Right. Go. Do it again. How much you do one? Like that. Hey! Yeah! How much you do that? Lock it out. Alright? So those were some of the basics that we use. So we have the punches, we have the blocks, and the kicks. Side kick, front kick, and roundhouse kick, and the reverse roundhouse kick. So these are the usual basics that we have in the classes. Now, apart from this, we also have something called katas. Katas are a pre-arranged set of movements that one can do on their own while training on their own. So, kata is an imaginary set of movements where you visualize people attacking you from all 4 sides, and you block and counter. So it's a preset standard kata for each karate style. So in our style, Shotokan Karate, we have 26 basic katas. We're going to do just 1 or 2 of those katas. Okay, I have my assistant instructors, Sensei Naveen, who is instructor in my classes, and we have Sensei Sibyl, who is also an assistant instructor, and Sibyl is also a winner of 2 silver medals at the World Championships in Japan. So they're going to do a basic kata each, right? And after that, we'll go into some more other basics about kata. Okay, Sensei Naveen is going to be doing one of the black belt katas. This kata is called NP. And this is one of the senior competition katas as well as part of the black belt portion. Okay, as you can see, he's imagining opponents acting from all sides, and there are blocks and counters and counter attacks. So a lot of movement and a lot of power being generated on every technique. So you can see that there are different stances being used: the front stance, the back stance, the horse straddle stance. And these techniques are basically all movements of the senior black belt syllabus for the exams. And this is one of the top competition katas as well. Many of the top teams, they use this kata in the team competition. So as you can see, it's a pre-arranged set of movements, and usually the katas, the number of movements vary between around 25 till about 50 movements. So we have 26 different katas. Yeah, mate? Okay, so we will now have Sensei Sibyl to perform another of the senior black belt katas. Doing this kata, this is another of the senior black belt, compulsory black belt katas. This one's called Jion. And Sensei Sibyl has been doing karate for more than 15 years. And in 2011, she was a double silver medalist at the World Championships in Tokyo and Japan. And here she is doing a senior black belt kata. As you can see, it's in different directions. It focuses on all 4 directions, and there are attacks and counter-attacks in all 4 directions. So she has also been a national champion for many years now, and a very dedicated karateka and well known throughout Goa as well. And she is also a qualified national referee and judge. She has refereed at the state championships and other championships in Goa, as well as at the national championships. So as you can see, that was the other kata.
Coming back to your training sessions, like explain to me about the dojos and why are these mats or these mirrors all installed? Like it is like for us also while recording it's a problem because I have to hide my camera person, but there are like so many mirrors out here and also these mats. What is the reason for all of these mirrors and
Okay, so yeah, these mirrors are there to help us when we are training. So for instance, if I'm doing a technique wrong while I'm training, I can look at the mirror and understand, oh, this technique is wrong because my hand position is wrong or my hip position is wrong, right? And apart from that, if you can see these mats down, these are all foam mats. Now, in karate, we also have many, some throws and takedowns. So if it is a concrete ground, obviously, if they are falling down or they fall on the ground, they would get hurt. But these are foam mats which are about almost 2.5 centimeters thick. And if you fall, it absorbs the impact. Secondly is why the mirrors is that, you know, when I'm looking at a mirror and I'm training, it's like a simple technique like when I'm doing this, when I'm doing the punch. Technically, my first 2 knuckles have to make contact. Now, if my hand is like that, I can look at the mirror and I know this is making contact and not this. So I can correct it. When I'm doing the blocks are done with the hip at a side angle. Okay? And when I'm doing the attacks, it is with the hips at the front end. So when I'm training, I know that my hip is at a outside angle. Then when I counter attack, I know the hip comes into the force. Okay? So the blocks, all the blocks are with the hips outside and the counter attacks with the hips inside. So that's where the mirror helps you to train. You can correct your techniques, and it's so important for a student to look at himself in the mirror, understand his movements. Also, when we are training, we make sure that we maintain a proper height, so you can see yourself in the mirror whether your height is changing or... So it's important to have this equipment. Most modern dojos have this, but not everybody does. Not everybody can afford it. There are a lot of instructors who just have their classes somewhere in some hall, not a proper flooring and whatever. But in our classes, as much as possible, we try to keep this.
So coming back before we go on to the last topic of discussion about the adults, I want to ask you if by chance, like our viewers wants to join your session, what they should do.
I have classes in Panjim. My main dojo, of course, is at the Kakulo Mall on the top floor, where we have a huge dojo. I can accommodate more than 100 students at a time in my dojo there. And that dojo is also has a flooring like this. We have special training equipment, we have mirrors, we have a projector with a screen where we can show students videos of the World Championships or special training programs, or when my master does his training programs, how they should follow that. So that's my main karate dojo. Apart from that, I have a dojo at the Goa College of Pharmacy. Okay. However, that's not as well equipped as this one because it belongs to the government. But I have another class over there. I also have classes in People's High School, and I must say that People's High School is one of the only schools which has made it compulsory for 3rd and 4th standard students to learn karate. And we have 2 other batches. So I have 3 batches in People's High School. I have 1 batch at the Mershes High School, and this Rocky's Dojo is one of our other centers where my junior instructor Naveen comes and takes the class. Okay. Rocky himself being a black belt, he also trains here. His daughter is one of our senior students. But this is one of the well-equipped dojos in Goa. So this is also a part of my organization. Apart from this, I have dojos in Mapsa. Now, Mapsa Dojo is run by Mr. Satish Kumar. He is also a very senior black belt. Apart from that, I have classes at Vasco, where the dojos are run by Sensei Devidas Naik. Right? So I have classes all over Goa, but my main centers are the Kakulo Mall and Pharmacy College in Panjim. At Kakulo Mall in my main dojo, I have 3 batches. I have an early morning batch which is adults only. Coming back, we are getting back to why I have adults only classes. Secondly is we have a class at 4 o'clock for the smaller children, and then at 6 o'clock we have an open batch. Okay, so that's held thrice weekly.
So now we come to the core. That is, how is it difficult to get adults on board? And because you said you also have sessions for the adults, so what is about the adults out there?
Okay, there's 2 things about adults. Classes for adults are different from the classes for children and others. Because classes for adults, not only does it go deeper into the deeper aspects of karate, but also most adults who come for karate come not only because of karate, they come because of fitness. All right. Okay, so in the morning class, which is an adult specific class, over there I concentrate a lot on fitness. So what happens today is many people go out to the gym. Yeah. What happens in a gym? I've seen it happening so many times. You go for 3 months or 6 months and you get fed up because you're doing the same repetition every day. Okay, whereas in karate, you're learning a martial art, you keep fit, and mind you, in our fitness, we make sure that we do all full body exercises. We do the cardio, where we do repeated movements in the katas as well as the basics. We do a lot of ab training, which is core training, like the planks and the ab workouts. Push-ups for our shoulders and this thing, plank for the general body, and we do a lot of stretching. Stretching today is one of the major aspects of karate. Okay, because without stretching, our muscles get contracted, and we do not learn to use the muscles at full stretch. Exactly. So that is why I say I want more adults to understand that the karate class for adults is not only about karate. It's not about you. I am giving you a guarantee. 98% of our students do not get hurt in karate. Okay, nice. But it will give you fitness, it gives you concentration, and apart from that, today's biggest killer for adults is stress.
Yes, exactly.
And the karate workout is built to be a stress buster. That 1.5 hour training that you get in karate, 1 hour, 15 minutes to 1.5 hour, is a fantastic stress buster. I know because when I see my colleagues, okay, today, believe me, I'm saying this, I hope my friends don't kill me about this. But when you look at my colleagues who used to be in class with me or college with me, they look like my grandfathers. Seriously, at the age at 59, I'm fitter than most youngsters, and I can say that those who are working and those who undergo a lot of stress, karate is the right platform for you. Not only you get physical fitness, you get camaraderie, you learn self-respect, you learn discipline, and it's a stress buster. So adults, if you're thinking of going to a gym the next time, think about it. Don't go to the gym, go for karate, it's better for you.
All right. I think on that note, I think we got to learn also and know a lot with regards to fitness, karate, and about this sport as well. Thank you, sir, for being a part of Goa 365. We wish you all the very best. And yes, on that note, I'm signing off. This is Clinton D'Souza signing off with Sports Encounter only on Goa 365.